Hi guys! So for today's video, we will be navigating electronic medical records. So let's get started. So the first thing that we need to do is to obtain personal information from the patient and at the same time to conduct health assessment. In this way, we will have a baseline data which will later help us to come up with a diagnosis.
So, good day po. I'm Nurse Nika and I will be your nurse for today. So, pwede ko po bang makuha yung name nyo?
Iris Vivalas.
Okay po. So, ilang taon na po kayo?
17 po.
Okay. Kailan po ang birthday?
July 15, 2003.
Okay. Address niyo po?
Block 6, Lot 14, San Miguel Phase 2, Taguig
Okay.
City.
Tapos for phone number niyo po?
0949-393-4416.
Okay. Tapos, may kasama po ba kayo ngayon?
Mama ko.
Okay. Ano pong name?
Marisa D. Ballesteros po.
Okay. Ano pong current occupation nyo? Nag-work po ba kayo?
Student pa lang.
Okay. So, bakit po kayo nandito? Ano pong problem?
After ko po kasi magpa-uno, sumama po yung pakiramdam ko. Tapos, tumaas na rin po yung temperature ko.
Okay po. Tapos, bale, kailan po nag-start yung yung mga alam niyo po ba yung exact date kung kailan nag-start yung pagtaas ng
February 18 po. Gabi po ng February 18.
So, ano po ba, yung pain po na nararamdaman niyo, bale, biglaan ba siya? After magpabunot, sumakit agad? Or dahan-dahan siyang sumakit?
Nung una po kasi parang mabigat pa lang po siya. A few hours, after ako bunutan. Pero nung mismong gabi, nung binunutan na ako, doon na as in siya na tapos nagkalagnat na rin ako.
Okay. So, bale, ano po, saan po exact location kung saan yung masakit?
Buong left jaw ko po.
Okay. So, nakakaranas po ba kayo ng sakit sa ulo? Okay. Bale, yung sakit ng ulo po, nag-start din siya nung nilagnat.
Sana sobrang naka-request sa
From scale of 1 to 10, gano'n po kasakit yung feel mo?
8 or 9.
So, bali ang nangyari po is, after mabunutan na maga, tapos saka po kayo nilagnat. Ano po ba? Dire-diretso yung lagnat nyo or may time na nag-stop siya?
Tuloy-tuloy po talaga.
Okay. Tapos na-record nyo po ba yung monitor nyo yung temperature nyo?
Yung exact po na temperature ko. Hindi ko po siya pero mapapansin ko po tuwing gabi habang gumagal po, mas dun po umaano yung lagnat ko talaga, tumataas yung temperature ko.
Okay. Ano po, nag-take po ba kayo ng kahit anong medication? Okay. So, nung nung nilalagnat kayo, ilang beses po kayong umiinom ng tubig? I mean, ilang glass of water?
3 to 5 glass lang yung nakakonsume ko lately.
So, ilang beses kayong dumudumi?
Isa lang po, tas minsan hindi pa ako nakakadumi.
Yung pag-ihi po?
2 to 3 times lang.
Okay. So, bale, ano po yung madalas yung mga kinakain?
Noodles, lugaw, yun lang. Mga ganun. Kasi medyo hirap akong kumain.
Okay. So, bale, din naman po tayo sa past history nyo. Meron po ba kayong any childhood illness?
Wala naman po. Exam po sa asthma.
Okay. So, up until now po, may asthma po.
Inactive naman ako siya.
Kailan po nag-start yung asthma nyo?
July 12, 2004 po. Tapos, po siya, inactive na po siya ng around April 15 to 17, 2012.
Okay. So, nung bata po ba kayo, nung hospital kayo?
Wala.
Any injuries po nung bata?
Wala na.
Okay. So, may allergies po ba kayo? Allergies?
Wala na.
Nagtitake po ba kayo ng any medication before maintenance?
Wala rin.
Okay. So, meron po ba kayong any history ng sakit sa family? High blood, diabetes?
Wala naman po.
Thorough assessment is better for us to come up with a better diagnosis. Next, we will be taking the vital signs of the patient and even the height and their weight. In this way, it will also help us as baseline data for our diagnosis. So next, we will input the data of the patient in the electronic medical record. So we will use OpenMRS as the software. So first, we will register the patient. We will input the information that we've obtained before when we've interviewed the patient. Next, we will start the visit and admit the patient to inpatient. Next, we will click the Capture Vitals to input the vitals of the patient. Next, you will click the Visit Note so that you will input your nurse's notes. So, I chose inflammation of the oral mucosa as the primary diagnosis. So, I wrote the assessment that I obtained from the patient from the interview. So, it's the subjective and the objective. In the subjective, I wrote the exact words that the patient said. And in the objectives, I wrote my observations and even the vital signs of the patient. Next, for the nursing diagnosis, I put hyperthermia related to inflammatory process as evidenced by temperature of 39.6 degrees in the axilla, flushed skin, and weakness. In the planning, I put after 8 hours of comprehensive nursing intervention, the patient temperature will lower down to normal levels, which is 36.5 degrees Celsius to 37.5 degrees Celsius. In the intervention, I wrote monitor the vital signs of the patient to see if there are any progress in the patient's condition. Next, to provide tepid sponge bath to enhance heat loss. Next, to monitor fluid loss and encourage to increase fluid intake to increase the metabolic rate. And next, adjust the room temperature or remove excess clothing to promote surface cooling. For the dependent intervention, I put administer co-amoxiclav augmentin twice a day as ordered by the physician. And the next, administer mefenamic acid as needed as ordered by the physician to provide comfort to the patient when in pain. Another thing is to clean the inflamed oral mucosa using plain NSS. I also added the health history of the patient, which she said that she had an history of asthma that is already inactive. Next, for the discharge, we should provide health teaching to the patient. So, it's better to search for the health teaching that you will provide to the patient.
So, good day po. I'm Nurse Nika and I will be your nurse for today. Bale, explain ko lang po sa inyo para sa discharge nyo. So, bale, ang nangyari po kasi, di ba, after nyo magpabunot, nag-take agad kayo ng soup, di ba? So, bale, yun po kasi, hindi siya maganda after magpabunot. Ang mas magandang inumin or kainin is something cold. So, kunyari, malamig na tubig, yun yung mas maganda. Kasi kapag po, mainit ang nangyayari, bumabagal yung healing process. So, possible na mag-cause siya ng inflammation. So, next time po, if ever na magpapabunot kayo, mas maganda na malamig na tubig. Tapos, next naman po, yung order ng doktor for your medication, yung inom nyo daw po is Coamoxiclav. Bali, ito po kasi is isang antibiotic. So, ang sabi ni Doc, bali 7 days daw po, twice a day. So, dapat tapusin nyo siya, no, yung from first day hanggang 7th day. Kasi, kapag ang nangyari, hindi nyo nag-skip kayo, tapos nagkaroon ng complication, possible na mas mataas na dose ng antibiotic yung ibigay. Okay? Tapos for next naman po is yung mefenamic. Yung mefenamic naman po is pain reliever. So, iti-take nyo lang siya kapag masakit. Pag hindi po masakit, hindi na kailangan. Tapos, next naman po, bale, next time, if ever na magkakaroon kayo ng lagnat, kasi since ngayon wala na kayong lagnat, no, next time, mas maganda na kumbaga mag-shower ng konti para matanggal yung init sa katawan. Tapos, maganda rin po na medyo loose yung damit nyo. Kasi yung loose na damit, para mas mabilis yung yung heat, no? Mas mabilis matanggal sa katawan, sa surface ng katawan. Mas maganda rin po yun. Bali, ayun po, ulitin ko lang, yung gamot, kailangan nyo siyang i-take, no, 7 days, twice a day. Tapos, if ever po ulit na nakaramdam kayo ng lagnat or may masakit, bumalik na lang din po kayo. Okay, thank you po.
Thanks for watching!